Hi students, welcome back to Chakravarthy E Classroom. In today's session, we are going to discuss two more questions from ratio and proportion chapter only, and of course this session is in continuation with the previous session. In the previous session, I told you if some twist is there in the question, how to do that one. So I'm going to clarify that doubt, dispel that doubt also in this session. So my advice for all the students is first to watch the previous video. What I'm going to do, I'm going to give the link in the description box, so that first you please watch that video. After that, come back to this one so that you can have the comparison and you know the twist, how to solve this type of questions as well in the light of the shortcut I've given in the previous one. Okay, right, let's start the question here. But as it is, students, before that you please make a note of this one. Okay, and try to solve it by yourself. Then after that, resume the video. Even the second question also, please make a note of this and try to do it by yourself. Okay, right. Now, let's start the question how they have given. In a regiment, the ratio between the number of officers to soldiers was 4:43 before the battle. In the battle, 8 officers were martyred, 7 new soldiers joined the regiment, and the ratio became 2:23. Then find the number of soldiers after the battle. So very important here, we need to find out the number of soldiers, that too after the battle, not before the battle. All of you got the idea? Right, then how to start this one. I'll start directly with the shortcut. That's the reason why I advise all the students to watch the previous video. That's a must. After that, you come back to this one, those who have not watched. Okay, right, how to start this one. In the previous question, in the other session, other video, just now I'm talking about what did we do? We have started the question with the total to selected candidates. Alright, why I have done in that way? Because there was a comparison between total number of students and the selected or unselected students. That's the reason why I took the ratio in this way. Alright, some 55 students have not applied, less applied, and some less students have been selected. Then ratio would have been in that way. In that case, in that way they have given the question. For that reason only, I took total to selected. But here, no need to go for total to selection ratio. Directly you can go for officer to soldier ratio, because here the first ratio is between officer and soldiers, and 8 officers were killed in the battle. Then 7 soldiers joined. That means 8 minus and 7 plus. So comparison is between officer and soldier only. For that reason, directly you take officer to soldier ratio. Directly I am taking this one for your understanding right here. Officer to soldier ratio. What was that one initially? 4:43. I am writing here 4:43. Okay, you know this shortcut. Then after the change, 7 went away, and 8 officers went away and 7 came in. In that case, so clearly the ratio has become 2:23. Now just write down 2:23 here. Then what to do? Simple cross multiplication, make it as quick as possible here. 4 into 23, 4 into 20, that is 80, then 4 3s are 12, 92. So here this is 92. I'm writing 92 here, 92. And here this is 2 into 40, that is 80, and 2 into 3 6, 86, 92, and this is 86. Now what to do? Take the gap between these two difference here, that is 4 plus 2, 6, 6 is the difference. Keep it aside. Now come back to the other ratio here, the other ratio 2:23, and again you need to go back to how many officers were killed, then how many soldiers have joined. Now here focus on this one, students, the difference between this question and the question which I have discussed in the previous session. What's the difference here? Here at one place -8, other place this is +7. Got the idea? In the previous problem, both the cases it was minus. I took the difference. Alright, but when one is minus, other is plus, what to do? At the end of the last session, I have posed this question only, and I gave this one as the homework for you, isn't it? Now I'll explain you what would be the procedure if one is minus, other one is plus. Simple one, students. Here as it is, you take this is -8 plus 7, then go for the same cross multiplication. If you go for the cross multiplication, you get the values. Just go for this one. This is 2 into 7, this is 14 at one place, and 23 into this is 8 times, so 20 into 8, 160, plus this is 24, 184. But remember students, here 184 is minus value, 14 is plus value. Alright, in the previous case both were minus. I took the direct difference between these two. In fact, you need to take the gap between these two. Difference in the sense, you need to take the gap between these two. What's the gap between minus 184 plus 14? Simply you need to add up these two. Alright, if you are still confused, suppose this is the number line, this is 0, here plus values, here minus values. Now it is, here I can place this minus 184 here, and this is plus 14 here, for example, in this way. Now what is the gap between these two? You need to add up, you need to take the gap from here to here, isn't it? That means you have to add up these two. I hope this is clear for all of you. Okay, right. Now what's the gap between these two? Just add up here, 184 plus 14 here, 194 plus 4, 198. So directly I am taking here 6 parts is equal to 198. Okay, then one part is how much? So this is 3 times and 3 times 33. One part is 33. Now what is my question? It's very important. Find the number of soldiers after the battle. Here I need to focus on the soldiers, that too after the battle. First find out the number of soldiers before the battle. After that you can add up this 7 to get the final figure. If you go for this one, so this is 43 into 33. 43 into 33. So you just do this one, you get 1419. But some of the students may be confused here. After getting this figure, under the pressure of the examination or out of some excitement, what they do, just directly they go for this 1419 and mark the first one as the right option. But that is wrong, isn't it? Because they are not asking number of soldiers before battle. Had they asked the question in this way, what's the number of soldiers before the battle, definitely your answer would have been this one only, isn't it? But here they are asking the number of soldiers after the battle. So this figure is before the battle, plus 7 is my final answer. Simple. So plus 7 is your final answer, means 9 plus 7, that is 16. In the units place that should be 6, but 2 6 are there. Then you need to go for the complete one. This is 19 plus 7, 26. My answer is 1426. Okay. Why did I tell you this units place? Because sometimes you can get that privilege also in the examination. Now 43 into 33, 3 3s are 9, units place it is 9. Again I need to add 7 for this one. So in my units place 6 should be my answer. But here units place 2 are there. 6 is present in 2 options. That's the reason why I cannot go for this shortcut. So simply my answer is 1426 is the final answer. This is the one. Fourth option is the right one. Hope this is clear for all of you. This is the way students have to apply this shortcut. Try to learn this method. Now you just apply this method to this question as well. Now you need to do it by yourself. Alright, what they have given in a regiment, the number of same thing, everything is same. First ratio 3:31. After that in the battle 6 officers and 22 soldiers were mattred. Now you see both the cases minus. Both the cases minus. 6 officers and 22 soldiers are mattred. So what does it mean here? Both places it is minus. Then the ratio has become 1:13. And find the number of officers, not soldiers this time. Officers before the battle. Now use simple. Officers before the battle. Now quickly go for this one. Officer to soldier ratio I am taking. Initially it was 3:31. Later it was 1:13. Just to go for the cross multiplication. So this is I just change the color so that you can identify. This is 31 and this is 39. Difference is 8. That's it. And then go for the next step here. What's the next step? Very simple one. 6 officers and 22 soldiers were martyred. Now you see both the cases minus. Both the cases minus. So here I'm writing minus 6 officers. Now here minus, how much they have been? 22. Minus 22. Simple. Okay, now go for again the cross multiplication, students. Here if you go for the cross multiplication, quickly go for this one. This is 13 6 is 78. Now this is 22 into 1, this is 22. Okay, but both values are minus. Simple. Now what is the gap between these two? In the previous case, one value was negative, other value was positive. What is the gap? Means you have taken the gap in this way. But here both are minus. So how to take the gap? Suppose this is 0, these are plus values, these are negative. Both are negative only. What's the like gap or difference between these two? This much only. In the previous case, it was minus, it was plus. One value was here. The gap was this much. Hope you got the idea, right? Now clearly go for this one. Just go for the subtraction here. So this is 8 minus 2. This is 6. 7 minus 2. This is 5. Okay. That means here 8 parts is equal to 56. Obviously, one part is equal to 56. Then 8 means 8. How many times? 7 times. So one part is equal to 7. That's all. Now here my question is, what's the question? Then the number of officers in the regiment before the battle. So this is officers. That too before the battle. So this is 3. My answer is 3 into 7. 21 is my direct answer. No need to add anything. No need to subtract anything. So directly my answer is 21. Option number 3 is the right one. Hope this is clear for all of you. These two are simple questions. For that matter, the 2 questions which we have discussed in the previous session also, those were also simple but important questions. All the 4 questions were taken from the previous papers only, SSC CGL papers. You please try to focus on this type of questions and try to do your best in the forthcoming examinations. All the best, students. And finally, my request is, please share this video to the maximum extent so that other students may also be benefited. And moreover, if you have not subscribed to our channel, please subscribe so that that may act as motivation for us. Okay, thank you so much all of you from my side and my team side. Thank you so much.